Hello, Miss Bell's Algebra 2. This is the graphing quadratics test on March 5th. And, this is quizzes, so you're going to be, online, and it's going to be in different order. It's going to look different, but these are the same questions. So, with that in mind, you could use this, but you're going to have to, go through the test as it's presented to you online. So, maybe go through this first and then go answer the questions, or while you're answering the questions, you could, fast forward this or rewind this, whichever, to get to the one that you need. Okay. So, I'm going to start here with this one. What is the vertex of this quadratic equation? So you could either look at this, look at these, or you could look at that would be your H and your K, or you could look at the vertex, this point right here. Okay, what would that point be? And you have A, B, C, D available there to you. Which of the following is the correct equation for the given graph? All right, so which one is going to be the correct equation? So it looks like it went left 2 from the original, from the parent function. It went left 2, and then it went down 1. So which one shows left 2, down 1? And, using your notes from before, you got the vertical and horizontal shifts and how that all, works there for that number 2. For number 3, does this graph have a maximum or minimum? So this point right here, would this be the maximum, or would you call that the minimum? You have a 50-50 shot on that one, and hopefully you could see that, graph like this part, the bottom of it, is going to be which of those. Number 4, given the equation for this parabola, does this parabola have a maximum or a minimum value? Okay, so seeing that it's a negative, that means it's a frown, okay? So negative, that means it opens down like that, okay? So the vertex is going to be at the very top. Is that a maximum or is that a minimum? For number 5, in vertex form, what effect does the H have on the graph? So this part right here, this number right here, what does that do? What does the H do? Okay. Does it translate up and down? Does it narrow or widen the parabola? Or does it translate left and right? Or does it flip it? Number 6, how would you describe the translation from f of x equals x2 to f of x equals x plus 2, x squared, plus 5. So from the parent function, x squared, to x squared plus 5. That plus 5, what does that do? Does that move it horizontally, translation 5 units to the right? Is it a vertical translation 5 units up? Is it a horizontal translation 5 units to the left, or is it a vertical translation 5 units down? I can give you a little help with that one. It's either going to be A or B. For number 7, the formula to find the axis of symmetry. Which one is that? So look in your notes. Which formula have you been using the past few days to find the axis of symmetry on your homework? I would show you paper, but I'd be giving you the answer. I don't want to do that. Number 8, a parabola has a vertex of -3, 2. Where is the axis of symmetry? Okay, remember it's going to be the x value. So what is the x value there in those coordinates for that vertex? So it's either A, B, C, or D. Number 9, find the vertex for this. So you're going to, in order to find the vertex, you're going to use that you could use do the axis of symmetry first to find the x coordinate. Okay, so you're going to subtract the b value over 2a. So you got to pick out, you have your a, b, and c. So it's going to be a negative b over 2a. That would give you your x value, okay? Plug that x value into your equation in both of these spots to get the y value, okay? And that will give you the y value. That will give you the vertex when it's in standard form like that. Number 10, what is the range of this quadratic graph? So it starts here, and the range, remember, has to do with y. So it's all the y answers that are this way, okay? So what does that, how would you state that, okay? I could rule out C for you, so it's either A, B, or D. The C would be the domain. That would be the x values, all real numbers. That's what that R stands for. What are we at? Number 11? Number 11. Yeah, number 11. What is the range of this quadratic graph? Okay, so this is my point here. So, find that y value, and it's everything that's below that y value. So which one signifies that? Once again, we could get rid of C, because we know that would be the domain, because it keeps broadening, and any x value would work, but not y values. It'll, if you grab this one, it wouldn't work because it's not on this graph, that parabola. So it's either A, B, or D. And number 12 wants to know which graph is this. Okay, so remember, when you have this, it's going to flip the parent function. So it's going to be a frown opening down. And this +4, remember, means from the origin, it's going to move left 4, and then it's going to move down 3. So that should help you with A, B, C, or D. Might help you answer some of the questions elsewhere on this test. So you might want to go back. I don't know if you could do that online, though. Okay, number 7. Okay, so for this one, we have just in standard form. So which graph is going to be represented this? You could use the axis of symmetry. You could use that formula. You could take, your minus b over 2a, and that will give you your axis of symmetry. And then from there, you should get the right answer right there, because these all have different axes of symmetry. This axis of symmetry is 4, this one's -1, this one's -2, and this one's +2. So that should give you the answer right there. That should give you enough. If not, take that answer, and that's going to be your x value. Plug that in, and then that would give you your y for the vertex. If you wanted to do that, if you wanted to go that far. For number 4, the axis of symmetry line passes through which point? Does it pass through the y-intercept, the vertex, any random point, or none of these points? I'll tell you, it is not none of these, the axis of symmetry. It does go through one of those points. 15, if given this equation, what is the vertex of the parabola? Okay, so once again, you're going to be looking at this, and you're going to be looking at this. But be careful, because remember, the formula is this. Okay, it's a negative h, and then that's all squared, plus k. And so remember, 2 negatives make a positive. So that should give you a clue as to how to answer number 15. Okay, there we go. And good luck.